We haven't talked about website speed in a while, and while AI is building all these websites, we still need to know how to test the speed of a website and all the things in one of those speed reports mean. So today we're going to be looking at GTmetrix, and I haven't seen many people talk about GTmetrix in the community, so let's talk about it. As I said, it's a website performance tool that gives you a very detailed look at how your website is performing and what is slowing it down, the most important thing that you need to fix. Also, note that you can use the free version of GTmetrix, which is more than enough. But if you want to go deeper than that, I will show you some paid plans, but they're super affordable. So let's get into it. If you have used page speed insights before, what you see on the screen, just know that GTmetrix is basically the same. It covers the same ground, but it doesn't just give you a score. It goes into it in more depth. You get more control over how a test is run, and we will see in a little bit how that happens. And the report that is generated gives you more metrics to work with, to analyze, to understand where your website is, failing in terms of performance, and all this in order to fix the actual problem of your site performance. As you can see, this is the landing page. I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check it out. As I said, you can start with a free account. You can do, I think, 5 tests of a link. Definitely, you will need to create an account in order to have access to change the servers that you want to test and the browser and other options. All right, so make sure that you create a free account. You don't need to buy it if you don't want it yet. If you find it useful, maybe you need to do deeper analysis for clients, for example. That would be, super useful. So I'm gonna log in into my account and let's go and analyze one link, okay? So I'm gonna go with this one. And as you can see here, you have the option to change the location, and if you hover here, you will see a little bit more about what this means. And if your clients are mostly from, or your visitors are mostly from the US, then you should choose the US location. Otherwise, London. Okay, because I'm in Europe, I'm gonna be choosing London. And then you can also choose the device, the browser. Again, you can hover over the question mark and you can see what this means. Basically, it simulates devices. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as desktop Chrome, and then the connection speed as well. So I'm gonna leave it the way it is. And then you even have more options that you can select here, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. And then you can analyze your website simply from here. I'm going to click analyze, and it's going to analyze my link, my URL, and it's going to give me a full report, and you will see how comprehensive it is. Pretty happy with my grade, to be honest. Is really good. I have not been working on this website in a very long time, but as you can see here, this is what we are getting at the top, the most important metrics, and we are talking about the grade. You are familiar with this, right? And if you don't really understand what it is, you can hover over here and you can read even more if you click on learn more. But we have performance. Performance is at a very good standard, I would say. Structure, web vitals, yeah, pretty good. I would say this needs a little bit more attention, the cumulative layout shift, which is usually an issue. And then as we scroll down, we get a summary that gives us the top issues found on our page, ordered by impact, okay? Top issues right here. And again, the layout shift is one of those main big issues we are having on this website. I am having on this website. And if I scroll even more, you will see that again, your page is visually unstable because of the layout shift that needs to be fixed. And we have the page details here. Another important summary, the fully loaded time of our page is 4.4 seconds. It's not the best necessarily, because you can see here, this is how the page loads to people that have never visited my website. So it starts like this, and it's quite slow until it reaches full state. It appears in full to the visitors. So you would want basically your page to start here and end here, if not here right away, right? This is basically the goal, I would say. So the total page size is quite big. The total page request is, I don't think it's really good. So we can see a breakdown of CSS, weight, images, fonts, and HTML. But the JS is the biggest issue, I would say. Images, not so much, but still, this can be improved. But this is what I wanted to say. The breakdown here helps us to actually see what the issues are. And we get more tabs here if you go a little bit up at the summary. If you click on performance, you will see that you get performance metrics. And yeah, this is a better breakdown of our web vitals. And again, this is in red, but at least it's not everything red. If you want more details about the metrics, you can turn this on and then off if you don't want it. And browser timings as well. This is, it's important information if you are really going to optimize your website to the best abilities. And then we have the structure, and this covers basically the best practices like image optimization, caching resources, and render blocking resources. And again, our main issue is the layout shift. Basically, that is the thing that we need to actually really fix. And one of the most important tabs here is this waterfall tab. So every request your website makes is registered on this timeline here. Right? So look at this. This is very boring, I would say, but it's very important information for your website. Look at this. This all are impeding on our website performance. 3 milliseconds, 57 milliseconds. So we have scripts, we have images, we have font style sheets, third-party requests, everything. And you can also see when each one started loading, how long it took, and what was happening at the same time. So if, for example, what we have here. Yeah, so you can see the header, footer loaded at the same time. This is very useful because instead of just telling you like on page speed insights, just reduce your JavaScript, you can see exactly which script is the slow one, right? And where it's loading from and how long it's blocking the page from loading. So if you hover over one of these bars, any of these bars, you will see you will get this card full of information that is going to give you a full breakdown of what is going on. And as you can see, we have here a video tab, and this video tab basically records your page load. You can watch it frame by frame, but in order to watch it frame by frame, you will have to go back to your dashboard right here where we started and go to analysis options. Click on it and you will see that you have the option to turn on create video. So I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to analyze again. So it's going to do its job. It's going to analyze our website and it's going to create a video for us. And it will appear right in the video tab. So when you click on the video, you will see not only the graph that you saw earlier, you will see also the video as the page loads. It's going to start from nothing, like from here to here. Yeah, so let's have a look. So if I hit play, this is what is going to happen. So this is what happens when your website loads, and it shows you the time and what is happening. If you click on each one of these metrics, so fully loaded 2.8 seconds. That is how long it takes for our website to load. So this is an amazing option. This is really, really good. You can even download the video, and if your client asks for it, you can provide them with this as well for their, I don't know, records, whatever records they have and they keep. And another cool thing that you can't do in PageSpeed Insights, but you can in GTmetrix, is monitor the website. So my website will be monitored. So I can set my monitoring frequency here. Yeah, daily, weekly, monthly. And let's see what this means. It's pretty cool. So you're gonna get a report and you can log in and you can check it out. So you can set it to, let's say, monthly, should be fine. And then monitoring slots used, the number of monitor slots you're currently using is 0 of 1. We have 1 available. And save settings, and this is going to give us reports here that we can view when we log in. So I'm gonna save, and boom, our page is going to be monitored. And as I said, we're going to get here the report. That is actually really, really useful. So a simple way to use GTmetrix, although it's really, really simple, as I showed you already, is basically run the test from the server location where your most visitors come from. The next one is basically opening a summary page and looking to see what the top issues are. Then open the waterfall tab as well and see what is going on there. And just make one change at a time and then test to see if the change you have made has had any effect. And then keep at it one by one. I think that is the best way to do this. And obviously, if you want to track the performance, just do the monitoring. If you are managing these websites for clients, especially, this is so useful. You can even send them the report and they will be very happy. Yeah, so this is the whole walkthrough. This is what I use for clients most of the time. To be honest, I think it's one of the most comprehensive tool for performance, for website performance. As I said, the free version covers everything that you need. And let's look at the pricing. If you want to upgrade, I think is quite affordable. Even the Lite is a step up from the basically the free version. You can pay yearly, monthly as well. I think this is a great deal. As I said, if you have clients that count on you to keep their websites performant, then something like this would be a great tool to add to your so many other tools, right? So yeah, let me know if you found this useful. Let me know if you want me to cover something specific about GTmetrix in the future. Who knows, we can do that. And yeah, have fun with it. And yeah, I know there's a lot of information here, but just take it one by one and analyze and test and see what's working, what's not working. And let us know if you have any questions.